Everyone, it's Garrison here, and welcome back to the channel. And today, I am super duper excited because I'll be doing my first listen / full-on album review to LEE CHAE YEON's second mini album titled Over the Moon. Now, as some may know, during my reaction and review to her music video for Knock, I had a lot to talk about for this particular brand new era because honestly, this era suits her the most with Knock, how it played out in the music video, how the song itself allowed CHAE YEON to truly shine not only on a vocal standpoint, but in terms of her dance skill set, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta give it to everyone behind the scenes, especially the people working behind the scenes for Knock, the likes of SoYoungbae, Cosmic Girl, the RBW production team collective at RBW and all. That's something to note here because we're gonna see a lot of that consistency with the same in-house RBW singer-songwriters, producers, lyricists, you name it, and especially the likes of SoYoungbae, which I will cover and talk more about when we dive into this album review. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 brand new tracks. Of course, one of them does include the intro track. We're not going to skip that because it's always a way to really set up the entirety or the rest of the tracks within any respective album, in my humblest opinion. So without further ado, let's just dive into this album review now. Alright, so the first track we have here is the intro track, of course, titled Intro Line by Line, and I'm seeing SoYoungbae behind this track. Totally makes sense. Keeping that consistency. Of course, as some of us may already know, SoYoungbae and Cosmic Girl worked hand in hand together title track wise for LEE CHAE YEON's Knock, and they hit it out of the ballpark with that particular song without a doubt. And I'm definitely gonna have to talk more about SoYoungbae after this, and of course the RBW collective and team, in-house production team there at RBW. So let me bring it up here, and I really want to see how this goes. Sounds of children, like a playground setting. That sampling that I hear quite a bit across many K-pop songs. Yet, ooh, I heard a bicycle. Yeah, bell. Oh, we even got some lyrics, some snare drum work, build up. Ooh, very cheerful, bright. We hear popping of the bubbles. Line, okay. Very bubbly, very bright sounding, yet has high school vibes all over it. Ooh. That's cool. I heard some plucks, some horn work, some great strumming of the guitar there, and great samplings added in the mix to make it very refreshing as a whole, give a teenager, like, high school feel to it all and all. And yeah, what else can I say? That's just the influence of SoYoungbae, not necessarily this kind of style specifically, because I feel like the people that work in the in-house production team at RBW, the whole collective, they have massive coverage in terms of many genres, influences, styles that are done in the right way for the respective artists and idol groups that they work with. Just to give you a bigger, more so holistic kind of perspective and range, is that SoYoungbae, most specifically, as I mentioned in my coverage of Knock by LEE CHAE YEON, is that SoYoungbae has worked with Purple Kiss in the past before. Cast Pearls Before Swine, my favorite B-side, Autopilot, Hate Me, Hurt Me, Love Me. Title track wise in the past before, My Heart Skip a Beat, in the pre-debut days, Mem Mem. The list truly goes on, right? Has worked with Mamamoo in the past before, but even beyond that, we're talking about Cherry Bullet, Love So Sweet, Love in Space. We're talking about 4x4 Ever by Mamamoo, one of my favorite songs by Mamamoo. Rocket Punch's Lilac, my favorite B-side by Rocket Punch. Not gonna lie, that song really moves you emotionally. So vast range of genres, and everyone else in the mix that is working at RBW, and that's something really noteworthy to mention, because in case you guys didn't know, way back in 2021, yes, 2021, RBW acquired WM Entertainment. We're talking about consisting of Oh My Girl, consisting of B1A4, right? Consisting of On and Off, and so on and so forth. So you see what I'm getting here. It's great seeing this whole collective of individuals from one team work hand in hand with Lee Chae Yeon, so seemingly due to the credits for each and every B-side that I'm seeing here. So I feel like this album is probably gonna go crazy in terms of genre range and showcase even more by Lee Chae Yeon. So I'm really excited on that note, and I just feel like line by line, this intro track sets up Knock so well. I could just the last couple of seconds there, I feel like really results into Knock. Like, it connects it so well if Lee Chae Yeon does decide to have this intro track into Knock. So there's that kind of utility, but also I feel like it could preview something special within this album, I've got to say. So without further ado, let's continue this album review. Let's just get into the next track now. So this next track is titled I Don't Wanna Know, and as I was bringing this up, I noticed that she ended up performing this song at her showcase. Now, it makes me wonder why, because every time when my favorites end up performing a certain B-side at their showcase and promote the song as well, it has to be good in terms of quality, at the very least on that end, and have that promotable kind of quality to it. So I feel like we're in for a treat, especially seeing So Young Bae and Minky in the works. If you guys are not familiar with Minky from RBW, has worked on the likes of Iljido, Eclipse, by, of course, Moonbyul, has worked with Mamamoo in the past before, of course, One Us for the likes of Hero, Valkyrie, Lit. The range is there. Even the likes of Diary, my favorite B-side by Goo Dan, that is so sweet and uplifting and so adorable in itself of type of song. So it makes me wonder how this one's gonna go. I definitely do not no, but I'm gonna bring it up here and let's just dive into it. Whoa, what is this 808 hi-hat work? Are we taking the hip-hop trap route? Oh, the samplings there of the car. Type of music that you drift trend back in the early days of TikTok. Man, this is intense. We're waiting for her to jump on the track here. And I feel like this can be very choreo dance track heavy with it. Oh, love the vocal filtering here with Chae Yeon. I like it. The aggressiveness, the attitude, the grit. There's the trap percussion. That underlining bass distortion, yeah. Let it all up. Nothing more important to me. I love how it's done, like the vocal filtering and delivery is done in this aggressive manner. Hey. Okay, I can't even imagine at this point when I check out the choreo tied along to it, whether on my own time with you guys. It's gonna go crazy. Set it free. Ooh. Now, I'm pretty sure we can all agree this also suits Lee Chae Yeon to the fullest max. More so, I would say, like, on a performance standpoint, like, I could already foreshadow and, like, envision, like, the instrument with the instrumental break and, like, within the chorus, how this song slaps even more with it, with the choreo tied along to it. And it totally makes so much sense, like putting one and one together of why they ended up coming through with this particular track as the one to be promoted at the showcase and all, and most likely to be promoted on the side for live stages, hopefully, right? So literally very straight to the point with arrangement. But what this allows us to hone in is Lee Chae Yeon's performance side, right? Just all out with the choreo, and at the same time, right, having quite intense vocal projection quite consistently throughout it. Like, sure, the chorus is "I don't want to know" ×2, and then it's instrumental break, and then it shifts it into a different gear per se, into post-chorus, and they bring it back with us into additional verse, if I'm not mistaken, and then it continues that same pattern. There's no literally necessarily a bridge in this song, if I'm not mistaken. So it pretty much goes out like that, and as some of us may know why, when you have a song that is more so choreo heavy and that's especially upbeat, oh, it's hard to do that while having great stability in your vocal, work end of things. And I can't even imagine how this one's gonna go. So I'm gonna have to either check it out on my own time or watch it with you guys quite possibly. I'm gonna find it one way or another of course. But I want to bring it up here because there's quite a bit to break down in terms of the influence and all. Like, I'm quite familiar of us, there was a whole trend on social media at some point with drifting and all, and having this kind of drift music, quote unquote, which happened way before the trend started, keep in mind. And basically what it is a huge influence combination between hip-hop and trap. And what you notice here is the hip-hop side of it is definitely the 808 cowbell, how it's like really high pitched and all, and you do end up hearing 808 cowbells in K-pop music, but not necessarily in this kind of manner. This is probably the first time I've heard it like this. I'm not surprised if any group has used something like this, not as an intro, but in certain sections of their respective music. But I really love how this like sets the mood to this song, gets you excited. It's kind of like mind-blowing because I recently covered IVE and their first full album. I just gotta say, the likes of Hypnosis on that hip-hop end, and now we have I Don't Wanna Know by Lee Chae Yeon. Like, come on, we can't handle this all at once. So I wouldn't necessarily say it's experimental on the end of like, wow, this is boundary breaking and this has never been done before, but this is more so really fresh and new for the K-pop scene, you know what I'm saying? The revving there. Glitchy digital instrumentation and sounds. That bass, the electrifying bass, trap percussion. There's some vocal samplings in there. I don't think it's necessarily like a choir, like, or it could be pitched like really deeply for this choir, but I feel like it's more so this very husky like string work in that duh, duh, duh. You hear that too? Like duh, duh, duh. It's that string work. Yeah. I'm leaning more towards the strings. More so heavy on trap percussion here. I'm so tired. Man, the lyrics in this song though, like, I know there can be lost in translation sometimes when it comes to these lyric videos, but like, come on, what the? I just love the transitions that were done by Mingi and Soyoung Bae on this. How they transition with the swerve, you know. Man, Lee Chae Yeon truly an ace in her craft, ain't she? I like it, from the vocal filtering to just her pure voice in itself. More so very contrasting, right? Compared to Knock and Line by Line, her intro track for this mini album. What, oh man, oh man. I really dig this intense, aggressive side to her. Very straight to the point too. Especially with the vocal arrangement and arrangement to the song. Man, I don't know. I just want to hear this in full again. Like in Pamphil sampling there. 808 cowbells. Now the question is, am I gonna stream this song a lot? I don't even think that's a question. I'm gonna end up keeping it in the rotation and all, probably not necessarily in my workout playlist, because like the tempo is so upbeat. I'll end up like doing reps too fast, if you know what I'm saying. So all in all, on a serious note, wow, we got all sides to Lee Chae Yeon in this, you know, whether it's rap, whether it's vocal work, whether it's dance, clearly assuming Lee most likely. When I check out the performance for I Don't Wanna Know, I can just envision it with the backup dancers and all, and how especially the start of the song starts off like, how's that gonna happen? I gotta see that in full for sure, without a doubt. But hey, I want to keep this train going. I really want to see and hear how the other B-sides play out, so let's just get into the next one now. So this next B-side is titled Don't Be a Jerk. What a title for a song, am I right? But I'm seeing Soyoung Bae yet again. Of course, I'm seeing Cosmic Girl back in the works, and now Lee Hoo-sang from the RBW Collective. If you guys are not familiar with Lee Hoo-sang from the Collective and all, but has worked with Mamamoo in the past before, of course, Won Us, and literally my top 2 favorite B-sides by Won Us. We're talking about since the debut days, Red Thread, and we're talking about my number 1 favorite B-side by Won Us called Blue Sky. Highly recommend you guys check out those songs if you enjoyed Don't Be a Jerk here. But honestly, the RBW Collective just continues to show so much range. You can't really predict the genre, the influences that they take for various artists and idol groups and such. But I'm gonna bring it up here. Don't Be a Jerk, okay? Let's go. Oh, some electronic drum kit work. Nice strumming here. Oh, tell him. That's a nice tempo to it. Got my foot stumping here. Ooh. I like where this is going right now. Oh, so this is the pre-chorus. Oh, the vocal work though. Love the background vocal work in the back. Okay. Oh, I like what they did here with the post-chorus. A lot of that retro influence on a pop dance track. Verse 2. I'm different now. Love hearing the threads being moved on the guitar. Wow. We don't know the end. Oh, come on. Tell him. Woo. Just how she delivers Be a Jerk. Love the rhythm guitar in the works to the bass line. Oh, the panning there on the vocal work. Bridge. Is that rhythm guitar? Give it to us. Wow. I love how quirky this song too is in terms of the vocal direction and arrangement. Ooh. That's crazy, honestly, right? There's times where I really appreciate, and I gotta say, when I'm doing any coverage for any idol group, soloist, artist, you name it, is where, oh wow, I really enjoy the vocal projection, but the vocal technique shown in here was incredible. You know, whether it's hitting her higher notes, dipping a little bit down with Don't Be a Jerk, right? And having such a fun, playful moment with the post chorus that's very lengthy with it, but it does that dun 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 in the same manner of Don't, right? And then later on, wow, I love how it builds it up slowly but surely until we hit that bridge and that climax to wrap up the song so beautifully. So just how it was done, more so a melodic heavy song by Lee Chae Yeon. Dare I say, probably slightly more melodic than Knock up there, right? And I love it when songs are more so melodic heavy, more vocal heavy and all. And try to get the sense of what's going on here. We have the title track, Knock, guys. We get a best of both worlds, right? Dance, right? Vocal end, everything, right? Production end, you name it. But then, how we kicked off this album after the intro track with I Don't Want to Know, it felt more dance heavy, right? This seems more vocal heavy. See how the collective and the A&R and everyone behind the scenes is tackling this and giving Lee Chae Yeon a way to showcase all sides to her. And it really goes to show you how multifaceted Lee Chae Yeon is truly is, right? So I'm gonna actually bring it up here yet again because I think it's just so creative how they've done the pre-chorus, because we get that the come here, don't be a jerk right away, and then we get hit with the chorus, which is really cool in my humblest opinion. So I'm gonna bring it back up here yet again. Let's go. So essentially we're hearing that thumping electronic drum kit work, essentially, which you do hear in a lot of retro influenced songs or genres such as synthwave, disco, new disco, synth pop, you name it. I don't really want to classify this as synth pop necessarily. It's more so of a dance pop track that has a good amount of retro influences, I've got to say. So something more toned down and tamed compared to Knock is something I really appreciate, but something that has like the similar kind of sense of groove and catchiness to it is really cool hearing from Chae Yeon herself.
I don't care about that. Oh, yeah. Tell you looking running.
Love it when it's these different kind of guitars, whether it's acoustic work, whether it's the bass line that's being done, or whether it's a rhythm guitar. You can tell the detail that was put into this song. Very well crafted.
Yes, I do.
Picking up the hi-hats. Some wood block xylophone kind of work that's doing that, giving that skeletal hypnotic feeling. Then there are these background vocals in the back. Don't be I love how she dips it down and brings it back up, like runs it down like that. Whether it's vocal glides, whether she's piercing through the instrumental, I love it. And I love how the chorus really entices us, and then the post-chorus goes, because into do it faster, Valley. Don't. Very quirky, very playful. It just seems like we're going on a mini roller coaster per se with this song. I love it. This post-chorus is added in so completely flush and cleanly. Whether it's runs, jeez. I love it. I love how they echo her voice and sample it like that, and then like vocal chop it at the end there. Cause you're you. Sure, you can copy me. You can do this and do that. But at the end of the day, you're a jerk, and just don't be a jerk. All in all, really fun song, easy to listen to. This is honestly like a non-stop repeat type of song, and that's so up my alley in terms of taste. And I love it when vocal work is showcased so beautifully like this. The ooh, oh, I love how it's panned left initially. Left, right, left, left, ends on the left side. Comes together as a whole like that. I love how the song gets your feet thumping. Rhythm guitar. Gives that psychedelic feeling that I love. Ooh, vocal flourishes too. You can't forget about those. Don't. You don't. Crazy with it. I think it's fair, honestly, to say that any of these B-sides so far can be title track worthy, but it makes sense why Knock is the title track. There's just a great balance between both worlds and everything at the end of the day, and I feel like I Don't Want to Know can be very taxing to perform with intense choreo, assumingly, right, with the vocal work, and then more so Don't Be a Jerk. It seems very difficult to have a choreo as well with this song, but with that being said, you could still end up performing this. More so, I'm talking about like a promotional week by week kind of basis, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I love how everything's playing out here in this kind of succession, like how these tracks are being laid out so far. So I believe we have one more track, if I'm not mistaken, and then we'll wrap things up. So let's just do that now. So this last B-side is titled Like a Star. Now I'm seeing one huge name that I'm familiar of, and that is Kang Min-hyun, or aka Blood Moon. He has taken part on quite spectacular OSTs that I'm familiar of, the likes of Jung Hyo-bin's Memory, Shin Young-jae's Star. The list truly goes on, so assumingly this will take a pop ballad kind of route. I'm not too sure, with especially the other in-house RBW producers and such in the work. So I'm gonna bring it up here right away, and yeah, let's see how this goes. I love the piano here. Love the acoustic guitar. Ooh. Okay. Very consoling. Maybe a heartwarming song so far, it seems. Yo! Oh, you could totally feel Kang Min-hyun's influence. Just the arrangement and the direction. Aww. Ooh, the churning of the guitar there. Whoa! She did not just take it up another notch. Bridge, give it to us. Love the swirling of the strings. Drum kit work. Yeah. Break it down. Yes. Oh, the sentimental strings. Yeah, the trickle. Yep. Beautiful. What a way to wrap up this second mini album, everyone. Just imagine from line by line the intro track to all the way to Like a Star. This is what you call a ballad that is not done in a conventional manner, everyone. Like, seriously. Notice how, like, sure, we kick it off with the first verse. She sets the tone. It feels very light and delicate. Very consoling, right? With the first time we get the pre-chorus and chorus in the mix. But it slightly changes when we hit the second chorus, if I'm not mistaken. She takes it up a notch, right? That change, that I feel like there is that key change there, and then it twists it a little bit more, brings us back down to the bridge, and then we get that final chorus to wrap it up like a beautiful story, everyone. Man, oh man. I need to see, like, a popular K-drama with, like, a LEE CHAE YEON based OST at this point after listening to this. Seriously, guys. And I'm saying this because, you know, the people working behind the scenes, knowing what they've worked on, what LEE CHAE YEON's capable of coming through of, like, a high-quality ballad for any particular popular K-drama series that can go viral and all at any point. This was so consoling. It just feels like those kind of moments when you're just chilling in the room. The sunlight is just going through the blinds, shining on you. That, you know, warm feeling inside. That sweet feeling of being all calmed and relaxed and all per se. That's one way I can describe it. But all in all, the lyrics. I love the lyrics. And last but not least, I gotta mention LEE CHAE YEON on the lyrics end especially. That is something huge to note, everyone. Very significant to note, being in the works. And when a solo artist does this, you know, there's a lot more to connect to, right? There's a lot of the influence that from that respective solo artist that you can sense in their music, if you know what I'm saying. And that creative freedom goes a long way, slowly but surely, in the future or immediately right away. And you can significantly feel that comparably to group music done by a boy group, girl group, a mixed group, you name it, you name it. But as a soloist, it just feels different when you're in the works, you know, and you're working on all ends of things, not only on dance, rap, singing. Maybe, you know, eventually she gets hands-on with the production end if she pleases, you know, as she wants. but lyricism, the lyrics in this was very well considered, very laid out at the same time, very well laid out. So I'm gonna bring it back up here, one more go, and then yeah, I want to sort of analyze this more before we wrap things up. Love the chords, how it's playing on the keys, one chord, the other chord. We get to hone in on her vocal work even more in this one. That acoustic guitar. Very delicate, pure vocal delivery. You can hear every breath between each line. I love it. Just like a star, shining in the dark night, just like a star. It's brighter when it disappears. And I feel like the lines really connect here from the when you're gonna have a bad day, you know. This world can be a cruel, cold, hard world, and it could be very dark and husky and all. But what a star does is shine brightly dark at night, you know? And it's even brighter when it disappears, in the sense of the next time, you know, it comes back, you know, it's gonna shine even brighter, right? This song's very empowering, dare I say. It really ignites that ember, per se. I just feel like the more I hear this out, like, is this a song for the fans? It has to be, in a way. Regardless, it has that kind of utility factor to it, where it's a great ballad, but also a great song for the fans. Great message, too. Oh, that keyboard work in the back. Okay. The dip, and then wow, okay, wait a second. I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm not tripping here. There's more emphasis, actually. And she takes it up another notch, yeah. Those sentimental, sometimes they could be synth strings. I think they're clearly strings. Oh yeah, for sure, yeah, the way I'm hearing it go. This bridge is phenomenal. That powerful electric guitar, I've got to say, in the back on the right side. Break it through, yeah. Emphasize it more. This is taking me back down memory lane. The amount of nostalgia. This is what I'm saying, that it has that K-drama-like quality, and it makes me want to see her, you know, come through with an OST that could possibly go viral for a possible viral K-drama or web drama. You know what I'm saying? Like, all in all, Lee Chae Yeon, you gotta give it to her. And if I'm not mistaken, working with the RBW team to get a consistent, you know, I would say more so solidifying what we can expect in the future by Lee Chae Yeon herself, right? And I feel like that needs to be done when it comes to especially solo artists. I talked about Team Oreo with Chungha in the past before, and she established it quite quickly. Thankfully, we recently heard good news for her on a different note. But for Lee Chae Yeon, I want to see her to work with literally the same people yet again. And one may think, Garrison, is it gonna, they're gonna just come through with like similar? That's not necessarily how it works with these teams, right? When you have an A&R, when you have these collectives and teams, they sort it out. They know what's right for that respective idol, group, artist, you name it. And you can clearly tell this is so crafted and mended to the point where this is Chae Yeon. This is Lee Chae Yeon, and this is what she's all about. And that's what I essentially got here, everyone. So, all in all, what would I call my favorite B-side? I think it's clear that Don't Be a Jerk is my favorite B-side, just how melodic, playful, yet the tropes it takes in that song, it's quite quirky with it. I've got to say, just the replay value on Don't Be a Jerk is going to be really good. But after I watch the performance of I Don't Wanna Know, I think the replay value on the performance end is going to be as incredible as Don't Be a Jerk just standalone listening on Spotify, you know what I'm saying? And then, of course, I think I gotta go, last but not least, like a star, but not in any bad way by any means, because as some may know, I'm a sucker for ballads that are not done in a typical kind of structure, arrangement, you name it, and just how that played out was so majestically, beautifully well done. An intro track, very fitting. I could see a lot of potential there, honestly, to become an actual track in itself before Knock plays, but I like how there are lines there that exist, such as just right away a pre-chorus, chorus, and then next thing you know we get hit with the Knock, right? So what do I want to say about this album? I think, wow, I can't say it necessarily tops the previous one, because keep in mind I still have some backtracking to do and I have to cover her first mini album here at some point on the channel as soon as possible, especially after checking out the second mini album. It's not because I didn't want to, it's just because of time, don't get me mistaken, life things and such happen. But man, oh man, I gotta backtrack a bit and then see and clarify things, what's my favorite mini album. But without a doubt, I think title track wise, it's clear this is my favorite era title track wise. B-side so far, Don't Be a Jerk is my number one B-side. What a titling, can't emphasize that enough. Now what I would rate this, I think this is a really good early stage setup, foundational setup to Lee Chae Yeon herself. Like, I gotta give this like a 9 out of 10 after I check out the performances in full, especially for I Don't Wanna Know. 9.5 out of 10. I would go as far as that, and that's just incredible. The sides that we would not expect, like I Don't Wanna Know, is something we don't expect, right? We expect something dance track heavy, but that seemingly is dance track heavy, you know what I'm saying? Just different genre wise, not necessarily dance hall by any means. But let me know your thoughts, guys. Let me know your favorite B-sides in the comment section down below. Be sure to like and subscribe, as it goes a long way and helps out the channel so much. Feel free to check out the Patreon for free content and exclusive content as well. I'm sort of shifting gears here in terms of content, doing more variety, and also video essays. If you haven't seen my video essay for 50/50, I'm gonna do even more video essays that are more informative, analytical, and such at the end of the day, something that I've been wanting to do so for quite some time now, and now that I have the opportunity, I can do more. And who knows, maybe in later on the future, I'm gonna have to cover Lee Chae Yeon in a video essay. I'm not saying I'm going to, but quite possibly be in the future, depending how everything goes from here on out. So take care as always. This has been Garrison, and peace.